For my picture book presentation, I picked A Boy and a Jaguar by Alan Rabinowitz, illustrated by Katya Chen. I picked this book because it has similar themes to Maria Singh, including finding your voice and fighting for what you believe in, although there are a few more. It was published in 2015. A Boy and a Jaguar. I am standing in the great cat house at the Bronx Zoo. Why is this jaguar kept in a bare room, I wonder? I lean toward my favorite animal and whisper to her. What are you doing? My father asks. I try to explain, but my mouth freezes, just as I knew it would. I am a stutterer. If I try to push words out, my head and body shake uncontrollably. The teachers at the school put me in a class for disturbed children. He's not disturbed, my parents say. We're sorry, the teachers answer, but whenever he tries to speak, he disrupts the class. The teachers think I'm broken. Am I? But I can do two things without stuttering. One is sing, only I can't sing well, and the other is talk to animals. Every day I come home from class and go straight to the closet in my room. I bring out my pets, a hamster, a gerbil, a green turtle, a chameleon, and a garter snake. I close the door and talk to them, without stuttering. I tell them my dreams. I tell them that I want to be able to speak like everyone else. I know that my pets listen and understand. Animals can't get the words out, just as I can't get the words out. So people ignore or misunderstand or hurt them, the same way people ignore or misunderstand or hurt me. I make a promise to my pets. I promise that if I can ever find my voice, I will be their voice and keep them from harm. My parents try everything to help me. My doctor after doctor, medicine and hypnosis, nothing works. But my father knows the one thing that does work. He takes me to the great cat house at the Bronx Zoo. I go straight to the cage with the lone jaguar, lean over the railing, and put my face against the bars. I whisper my promise to her, fluently. I get through school by learning tricks that stutterers learn. I learn when not to speak, when to avoid situations, and when to just not be around people. When I'm in college, my parents enroll me in an experimental program. There I am told that I am a stutterer and will always be a stutterer. Always. But the teacher tells me that if I work hard, I can be a completely fluent stutterer. I think about my mouth moving and airflow, and for the first time in years, I can speak without stuttering. I can speak, but nothing has changed on the inside. I still feel broken. I go to the Great Smoky Mountains to study black bears. Alone in the forest with the animals, I am at home. Later in Belize, I am the first person to study jaguars. The jungle makes me feel more alive than I have ever felt. I learn how to follow and capture the jaguars for study before releasing them back into the wild. I am happy. But as fast as I catch jaguars and gather information to help them, hunters are killing them. They fear the animals and prize their bodies as trophies. I need to get more areas protected for the jaguars. I want to keep the promise I made to the pets in my closet. I have a voice now to speak for animals. In the capital city of Belize, in the office of the Prime Minister, I am given 15 minutes to make my case. 15 minutes. I can't stutter and distract from my message. I have to convince one of the poorest countries in Central America, with no protected areas in the entire country, that it has to save jaguars. Later that day, the Prime Minister votes to set up the world's first and only jaguar preserve. Back in the jungle, I know all the jaguars in the study area from their tracks. But one day, I come across a completely new track, the biggest male jaguar tracks I have ever seen. I follow the prints for hours. Not wanting to be caught in the jungle at night without a flashlight, I turn around to go back to camp. Right behind me is the jaguar. He must have been following me. I know I should feel frightened, but I squat down and look into the jaguar's eyes just as I had with the sad old female at the Bronx Zoo. But this animal is and sad. In the animal's eyes are strength and power and sureness of purpose. We are both whole. We are both at home. I look toward him a little, the way I had at the Bronx Zoo so many years before. Thank you, I whisper. And here are some Q&As with the author. He wrote this about his life working with jaguars. I'm not going to read it all, but if you want to pause it, I think it's worth reading.